you've written about Mary and about living with the Rosary, but you've also written, and we touched on this a little bit in this conversation too, about exploring our own hearts and trauma within us and within families and that sort of thing. So your book, Experts in Humanity, deals with that. And I just wonder how Mary can give us the courage to approach God's grace when we feel that we are struggling in that way.
You know, there's a saying that inspired me, and I believe the one who first said the saying, the originator of the saying, her name is Aisha Siddiqui, and the saying goes like this: "Be the person you needed when you were younger." And for many of us, you know, Our Lady is the mother, you know, that we needed when we were younger, that parent we needed when we were younger, because of her great love, because of her great courage and her desire to see us flourish, and the power of her prayer for us and how she protects us with her mantle of protection. And so Mary, having lived a very normal human life, having been a mother and a wife, and understanding poverty and the need to flee when there's danger, the need to protect a child, the pain of gossip and rumor, the great sorrow and agony of witnessing the death of a child, a very brutal death, and the great pain of carrying that bereavement with her until the end of her earthly life. So Mary gets it. She gets the pain that families go through, the ups and downs, the joys, the struggles. And John Paul II, early on in his pontificate, I believe in 1987, he said the world, the church, is in need of heralds of the gospel who are experts in humanity, who understand the depths of the human heart. And so I remind my students, notice he doesn't say the world is in need of more experts in theology or religious education or any other discipline. He's saying in humanity that we need people who understand factors that influence human behavior, but most of all, who understand the power of grace, the power of this free gift of supernatural strengthening power, sanctification, that is possible because of our Lord and what he's done for us. And Mary, above all creatures, understands the power of that grace because, again, by virtue of that grace, she, at the moment of her conception, was conceived without the stain of original sin. The power of the Spirit descending upon her when she conceived our Lord, when we celebrate the incarnation of our Lord, that same Spirit was upon her at Pentecost. And so Mary understands what it means because, as the angel Gabriel said, his very first address of Mary, the very first way he addresses her is, "Hail, full of grace." He doesn't even say her name until afterward in that exchange with her when we celebrate the mystery of the Annunciation. "Hail, full of grace," meaning that reveals who she is, that she is full of this power, this gift of strengthening, this gift of sanctification. So Mary knows that she was able to be brave and submit to God's will because of this power that was with her. And she wants us to tap into that same power in knowing that as long as we have an active conscience, meaning I can use my free will to respond to God's desire to heal me, that with the proper help and resources, and I may need spiritual direction or pastoral psychotherapy, but with the proper resources and my cooperation with God's will, the power of his grace can heal and restore me, my family, my marriage. And I think that's the most important message that Mary would want us to know. Yeah.
She's a wonderful guide for sure.
Oh,
And you've been a very helpful guide as well today. It's very
thank
inspiring.
you.
I hope
Thank
we
you.
can have some further conversations.
Oh, I'd love anytime. I'd love to come back. Yeah.
That would be great. Thank you so much for sharing your time and wisdom today,
Thank
Dr.
you,
Josephine
Tina.
Lombardi.
Thank you, Tina. God bless you and everyone on your team there with the Rosary podcast. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
listening to the Digital Café, presented to you by the Rosary Hour podcast, a production of Travessa de Senra House Press in Porto, Portugal.
This is Father Chris Alar, the Provincial Superior of the Marian Fathers here at the National Shrine of the Divine Mercy, and it's great to be part of the Rosary Hour podcast. This mini-series on the Rosary is an invitation for anyone dedicated to deepening the why behind our prayers. And with that intention, a chance to offer to the Mother of God a genuine desire for change of heart and return to God. Thank you and enjoy, and God bless you.
You can subscribe to the Rosary Hour podcast by going to rosaryhourpodcast.substack.com. That's rosaryhourpodcast.substack.com.